long until we get started here, and we should be in for a tightly contested race. The focus for many in this race will be on the Aston Martin driver.
It's a second row start there in P4. The trick will be not to slip backwards because there are plenty looking to capitalize.
But just what will happen here, your guess is as good as mine. What will happen next, we're about to find out at the Mexico City Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Hello, hello, everybody. There is nobody here. There has not been anybody here for about 5 minutes. I'll wait a minute or two and then we're gonna get started. Alright. I'm going to pretend like it's back in the early days, back in season 1 and 2, I'd had 1 or 2 races where there was, nobody here. That was of NR, of course. I don't think we ever had nobody in a F1 race. But getting started here at Mexico 2, round 2 of 8, Blanco on pole, Hennon Woods round that out, NR in 4th, and David Dawn, your last winner, in 5th. So let's get ready. People in the past who are watching. 3, 2, 1, go. Vroom vroom. Let's go. Good start for Blanco, who would come out on top. Rafa Hen looking to the bottom, maybe. Side by side between him and David Dawn. David started 5th and looking to get that spot back immediately. Still side by side. That's Rafa Hen and David. Jacob Woods is on and up to 2nd. David Dawn is through. He's into 3rd. So David Dawn up 2 positions. And Aaron Rafa both drop back by 1. Good start here by Connor Brown representing the back marker Williams group. He's in 6th. The Tyler Cars are in 7th and 8th. Shinhedi 9th. And the Williams back in 10th. So Blanco way out to a blinding start. Almost everybody's on the softs except for the Tyler cars and a few cars in the back doing something a little bit different. But Blanco already 2.5 lead over Woods and Dawn, but here's Hen looking close there against David, but not quite there yet. David, since you're here, we'll go on board with you, or we'll just watch you for a while. Running 3rd, up 2 spots. That's pretty good. After 1 lap, DRS is now enabled. Keeping Jacob Woods behind. Woods taking a peek there. Close there. But defensive line, David holds the spot. Jacob, not a good exit there. He really sacrificed his exit. This game is beautiful. Jacob will have DRS this time by. There's Jacob Wood setting the fastest lap. Inside, David defending the bottom. He's gonna have to go around the outside. He uses DRS to get past. And not only that, he might get past Woods here as well. A good run by Rafa. Rafa shooting up the inside. 2 straights, 2 passes. Rafa's in the second. He's having a great lap so far. Should see a run by Rafa this time, though. Yeah, there's the fastest lap by Rafa. Looking to the outside of Blanco. He gets past, new leader, Rafa Hen. Rafa's through in the first. He gets past Blanco. He's got a second and a half back to Woods. And NR, who got past David Dawn on that straight. NR might get past Woods here as well. Not quite yet. Dang. I've never had a stream be so dead before. Feel like it's 2021 all over again. Rafa Hen, your new recent leader. Blanco will go down through the order. David 5th, Connor Brown in 6th, June Hattie in 7th, River is in 8th, the baby in 9th, Paul Menard in 10th. Can't engage, I believe, that is. Yeah, left gauge in 12th. Is that Conor McGregor in 12th? Conor McGregor is running in the 12th position. That's incredible. Sammy Duff 13th, Brendan Reed 14th. We're going to lose 15th. Sherman 16th. Cody Hagan 17th. Gordon Freeman 18th. Big Slime 19th. And William Roundy is in 20th. But NR's on the move, looking to the inside. Oh, Woods is going to be in trouble here. NR looking to complete that pass on the outside. Can he do it? There he goes. He's going to have to defend against David Dawn. He's going to have DRS here again as well. David's probably going to get him here. Not quite yet. Rafa Hen still in a comfortable lead. Blanco still running second. NR in third, Woods in fourth, and David Dawn's going to have DRS here. He's in fifth. Don't think he's close enough to make a move yet. He's going to send it, though. Brave send there by David Dawn. Woods had to go a little bit off the track there to avoid that, but he did it. They're both probably going to get around NR here. Here comes David first. NR blocks the bottom, makes David go around the outside. And David's going to get it done. Now leaves Jacob Woods, who's probably going to get NR down this straight. Not quite yet. But a big gap there for David Dawn. Getting that DRS there in that final turn is huge because you don't get, you not only get DRS down the main straight, you also get it down that secondary straight as well. I'll show you guys what I mean next time by, but he's in range of his teammate Blanco. So David moving up the second. Going crazy just talking to myself. But David is within DRS range of Blanco. If he times this right and gets past Blanco going into one, he could get in range of Hen. Hello, Dylan. Welcome in. You're the second person to be here. Did the new one come out? Here's David with the DRS wing open. Look at the Blanco's gonna block him. But David's gonna get to that inside lane. And he is gonna get past. Now, what I said about this track is you get DRS on that straight. But Mexico is the only track on the circuit, I believe, where there's a double DRS. You also get DRS down this straight as well. See how David gets it, but Blanco does not? So it's really odd how that works, but I think it's kind of cool. David closes in a little bit on Rafa, but Rafa still has about half a second there. No, now down to 1.1. Old GTA. It is very peak. Blanco got the pole position, so he got that 1 point, but Rafa had passed him on about lap 3 or so. Will David be close enough to get DRS? No, I don't think so. Not here. But Blanco might be able to try the same thing if David doesn't get it here, which he will not. So now Blanco's going to have double DRS coming out of this final corner. So now he will go around. You see Blanco has his DRS here. Your reigning champion. One of only 2 open wheel champions. So there's Blanco through down the straight. David doesn't block him. Smart move. Let him close it on Rafa. See Woods there in 4th, NR in 5th. Shin Hattie in 6th. Good work, Shin. And now he has DRS down the straight. So he is within range of Rafa. Not enough to make a move, but enough to get DRS down the next straight. Blanco's 9/10 away. Oh, he might not get DRS here. Oh, he does. He does. That's going to pretty much guarantee he's going to get DRS down the main straight. So Rafa's about to come under fire here big time. Oh, here's Paul Menard. Welcome, Paul. You're the 3rd person to be here today. So there's Rafa Hen. Oh, no. Did Rafa Hen pull off? He pulled off enough. Rafa Hen pulled off enough, but they did not get there. So that's David back around. Maybe David will be able to get around it, perhaps somehow. Looking around. Sorry, I was posting it to the Discord. I realized it never posted. But here is side by side for the lead. David, don't think he has the positioning on him to get a Rafa. Never mind, just goes around the outside. But not a good spot to go around the outside here. He's going to be victim to the DRS. Let's go on board with Rafa here. Hi, River. Welcome in. So go. Look at this huge run Rafa's going to get down the main straight. Oh, yellow flag.
We've got a yellow flag here.
It's Hagen. Cody Hagen. Is that Sherman in front? I think that's Sherman. Oh, Cody, what was that?
As for the team back in the garage, that was a tough moment to watch.
Well, Cody was very brave to make that move, but I don't think that was the best move for him to make. As David Dawn is in first, but Rafa's going to have DRS this time by. Don't know if Rafa got enough of a run there on exit to make a move on him. He didn't. David's going to hold the lead this time by. Guzman is here. Howdy, Guzman. Welcome in. Guzman, you'll be happy to know I would not be surprised if they give Hagen no penalty for Hagen there. I would have. Well, I guess no harm to Sherman's car. I believe if there's no harm to Sherman's car, the front wing damage is penalty enough. Fair play. But Rafa's hanging with him. Anyway, Guzman, how you doing? Welcome in. River, welcome in. You're in 7th. Tell Tyler to get in here. I mean, you're still in the points. Remember, I expanded the points to the top 10, so Paul is as well. But you're out qualifying your teammate. Right now under fire from Ken and Gage. But you definitely have the better car, the back marker. No offense, back marker. But tell Tyler to get in here if ever you need Tyler in here. David Dawn back up front. We hear the Rafa with the big run. David blocking to the bottom. Rafa back around to the outside. Rafa's probably going to get him here. David wants to pull away from Rafa. That's not going to happen. Rafa's going to have the lead this time. As Jacob Woods has caught up to the back of Blanco. These soft tires should start to be getting worn down. Yeah, they're about halfway through their life, or a little bit more than that. This track is notoriously dusty and lacking grip. I just want to point out that legendary Big Slime is 10 seconds behind the next car, which is, I mean, I guess he is on the medium, so you can give him a little bit for that, but it's not good. Hagen had that incident earlier, but other than that, we've been clean so far, which is good to see. Partly cloudy here. I didn't give you a little weather update, but 0% chance of rain through this whole race. Mostly sunny, a few clouds in the sky as you see, but otherwise a pretty good day for racing. Woods is going to have a run here on Blanco coming down the main straight. There he goes. Blanco moving down to the bottom to defend that inside line, but I think Woods is going to have too much momentum here. Yep, he does. Blanco gets smart, tucks back in. A cheated up Ferrari. David. The Mercedes was, Guzman was on pole. Mercedes was first. Anyway, first is Rafa, second is David, third is Wood, fourth is Blanco. Probably throughout at least the first half of the season. Oh, hi Connor Brown, welcome in, welcome in. Where's Connor Brown? Get a Connor Brown update. Here you are running 9th. Which is good. Top 10, get points. Uh-oh, yellow flag. Paul, no.
Here's the replay. It's the Red Bull driver. All good at this point. Well, you can see the lockup. By that point, it was just too late.
Oh, Paul, there's a turn there, bud. A small lockup by Paul. That's going to hurt his tires a lot, but otherwise kept the car clean. Anyways, Connor Brown, welcome back. Happy to have you. You're in the points. Good going so far. Now, Connor. Yo, we can't engage if both you guys are still here. Tell back marker to get in here. Back marker needs those car points. So obviously the top two teams are still Ferrari and Mercedes. And what I was saying was, if there's a team who's not them, who wants to make a run at it, they certainly can do so. But tell your team owner to show up, guys. You're all good, David. Don't text and drive. Maybe put me on the radio. I'm a big fan of doing that. Sometimes I'll listen to my old races while driving myself, put it on my radio. River, if you're still here, good news. You just got around Shin Hattie. That's for 6. So an extra point for you. Big news, Brown. If I inspect that Ferrari. Well, we're getting near the time for tires. Especially Paul Menard. Well, he was on the mediums, actually, so he'll be okay. But as they run, Rafa's in first, David is in second. As I was saying, though, I keep getting distracted. It's going to be between either one of the Ferrari drivers or one of the Mercedes drivers for the driver championship and for the constructors. Both at this point. But what I was saying was the season is still early enough. Remember, we have 8 rounds. It's still early enough. If you're one of these guys back here, drivers or team owners, you can make a run. But you can only make a run if, one, you get a little bit lucky. But 2, both your team owner and your driver are showing up. That's probably the only way you'll have like a decent chance at the championship. No, Michael, that was so not right. Oh, we haven't had that moment yet, thank goodness. Woods is starting to catch up here to David now. But as I was saying, for people like River, Gage, Brown, and I really expected Seth or Cody Hagen to be here as well. Yeah, you guys can make a run. I think Newest is kind of checked out of open wheel. He does not like open wheel or anything foreign. Mostly European, not foreign. But anything European he's not too big on. And then Turtle as well. We've got a Turtle team. I've not seen Turtle in here this season either, so both of those teams are struggling. But Newest, he's fully focused on the NASCAR side of things, which is fair, makes sense. Turtle's not focused on any of the sides of things, so we need him back in here if you're Sammy Duff or William Browndy. Get those points up. Otherwise, Tyler was kind of the number 3 team last season. Still has a chance if he pops in. Honestly, the number 3 spot is kind of wide open at the moment. For team hierarchy wise. We just need a third person to consistently show up every now and then. Like Tyler was there last race. But still really early. Still only round 2. Oh, here's our first pit. We're going to lose. There they go. We're going to lose it in and out. So will we start seeing pit stops soon? David Dawn catching back into Rafa ahead now. He's cut that lead down to only 1.3. Woods is going to have a... Woods might be able to take the lead here, honestly, if he can time both these passes right. David not quite close enough to get DRS on Rafa, but Woods is going to. Here he goes. David blocks him all the way to the inside, but you have to leave a space, always. That gives him room to go around the outside. Oh! Kind of track limits there. Good defensive driving there by David. Put Woods in a position where he kind of had to take a non-optimal line. Here's Hagen coming in. Here we can watch a front wing replacement. Actually, it'll be funny if we're on the front wing cam. so there he goes. Woods, get ready to make another run. David did a good job last time, but it's going to be hard to hold him off again. If I'm David, consider dipping into the pits here. Maybe look at an undercut. But here we go again. There we go, he gets past this time. Thank you, Connor Brown, for adding back marker. That really helps out. I like how Cody Hagan is sending reels, but he's not watching the stream. Come on, Cody. That's why you broke your front wing and you're 19th. So Woods is 1/10, 2/10 off of Rafa. Can he close that gap? Or will he leave the door open for David to have a run that lead next time by? Hey, if I'm Rafa, think about pitting this time. You've been 17 laps on soft tires. Eliminate the undercut opportunity. Dive down pit road if I'm rough. You know they're going to get you on DRS next lap no matter what. Oh, he's going to stay out. Interesting. He's going to trust Woods to not let David Dawn pass. Because if David passes here, he'll be within DRS range of Rafa next lap, no matter what, I'd imagine. So David looks to the inside, blocks all the way down. You must always leave a space, so David goes to the outside. And he's going to be clear and through easily. Woods tries to hang on the outside, but not enough. Here David's going to have DRS again. Can he get within range of Rafa? Close it down, 3/10 there. But he's got 2/10 to make up. No, he's in range. He's got to keep it there to the next DRS point. Woods is out of range, maybe. If Woods doesn't get DRS here, he should definitely box this time, but he got it. David didn't get it, though, I don't think. If David's not in the DRS zone, I come in box. Oh, now Rafa's gonna pit. Interesting play by Rafa. We'll see if David gets a DRS here. No, he doesn't, but Jacob does. Here comes Rafa. Clean stop from Rafa as the mediums go on. Here's Blanco as well. Blanco's going to follow him down. Guzman's going to put the hard tires on. Do something different. But Jacob Woods, using the DRS, has got around David Dawn. So Woods now in front. David still within range of DRS later in the lap. That's going to give NR, myself, third. And River's going to move up into fourth. Shin into fifth. And Rafa Hens come out right behind Shin. Rafa not going to go for it there. Interesting. Rafa's playing it safe. You see Blanco there. He just got past Paul Menard. This game's so beautiful. Jacob Woods way out in front. If I'm David Dawn, box this time. Box this time. You're just going to lose time saying now, here, now. Woods going to... You got to follow him in, David. David's not following him in. Guzman, what are you doing? Guzman, this is so not right. You left David out there. You stranded him. Here comes Woods. Out goes Woods. Oh, here comes NR. That's me. Woods coming out. Connor Brown's coming in as well. Connor, if you're still here, here we go. Clean stop for Connor Brown as the hard compound goes on. Yeah, not a good move there to leave David out. I don't like it. You see Rafa's already moved up in the second. He's running mediums. River's also staying out here. River, that's different. No matter what strategy they do, even if they take a risk, they'll probably still finish within the points. So I like River staying out here. I like that risk. Even if it doesn't work out, that's worth it for them. I don't like it for Guzman, though. Yeah, Guzman disaster class at the moment. But it's still early. We're only a third of the way through the race. Here he goes. One lap too late. We'll see how much it costs him. Rafa's definitely going to get by. He's only 16 seconds back. Hi, Rafa. Welcome. David gonna get the mediums on. Take the wide shot. Oh, here comes River as well. I like that for River. There's David down there. Rafa's by. Jacob Wood's going to get by. Look here. There's David. So that's going to make it a Dylan 1-2. Here's River. Here's Shin. Slow stop there for them in the Aston Martin crew. Every time they have a slow stop, because I am Aston Martin, or I'm the Aston Martin team principal, one crew member will draw straws, and then that crew member will be executed. So, let's try not to have a slow stop again. Rafa Hen is in first. I copied that strategy from the Roman decimation system, which is where soldiers would pull straws, and whoever gets the shortest one would get executed. That was more of a class punishment kind of thing. Anyway, Rafa in first, Woods in second, and crucially, nobody's in DRS range. How Mexico really works is you gotta find a tandem partner, get a draft tandem going, because that long straight and that second straight here, it's a double DRS zone. You activate it here, you get DRS here, and even if you pass a guy, you get it again there. So that's huge. So we gotta find the first group. Blanco's only 2 seconds behind David. If they can link up, that could be good. If not, I think Paul Menard's staying out. He might pit this time in. Menard top 5. I don't care if I didn't pit yet. Menard, you gotta get Tyler Stevenson in here. There he goes. Menard in the top 5. Stop the count. Oh man. Yeah, and then a 12-second gap. Yeah, you can just tell how good the Ferraris and the Mercedes are just looking at the gap. Honestly, the first gap here is Brendan Reed and Kenny Gage. If we have a long run here, no safety car, this group is going to make their way up and forward. Listen, some of you guys need to get the lower guys to show up, even if it doesn't help you. Because look at this, Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor is in 11th right now. You guys are, Conor McGregor's fighting Max Holloway in a couple days, man, and he's almost in the points. If two cars crash, back when he was in 11th, if one car crashes, because he's in a DRS tandem, he's 11th. If a single car from the top 10 crashes, Conor McGregor, AI Conor McGregor on the AI team is going to get a point. All right, I don't mean that in a bad way, but that's how much these bottom people are not showing up. Y'all got to get them in here. These points matter. I don't know if y'all knew this, but your finishing position affects your development rate for the next season. So even if you're like Turtle, and no offense Turtle, I'm going to call you out here. Even if you're Turtle and you're the lowest skill point team, and if you get in here and raise your finishing position just by 1 or 2, that'll get the ball rolling very well for next season. So you've got to get that in there. Anyway, that bit out of the way. Looks like Shin Hattie. You see, Connor Brown and Brendan Reed have caught Shin, and now Shin's going to join this little DRS tandem. So we'll see just how much they're able to make up. Look at the leader, they're 35 seconds back. So remember that, 35. Somebody write 35. Hi, Dill. We have a Ferrari 1-2 at the moment. We'll see when we get back entering 1 again what the gap is. If they are catching. I'd imagine they are. Well, not when Shin loses the draft like that, though. That's not good. Shin's kind of ruined their whole thing. Connor Brown's going to keep it going, though. Good man, Connor. As long as Shin gets the detection point here. Oh, Shin, speed up. There we go. She's going to get it. Will she get DRS? Keep that going. Yes, she does. All right. I see they're going to go around Brendan Reed here, who shouldn't defend. There you go. Smart move there by Brendan Reed. As Shin goes by. Remember, the gap was 35. Now that Shin's around, she's going to have DRS again, and she's going to pull these two with her. As she does there. Good pull there by Shin. Well, 34. Okay, so not as much as I thought. Shin more like Ben. Yeah, honestly. So not as much as I thought would happen there, but this is where the pack is. This is where the pack's moving. So as they run, in case you're listening to this on the radio, we have Rafa in first, Jacob Woods in second, David Dawn is in third. All of these cars are 2 seconds or more apart from each other. Blanco in fourth. After Blanco, there's a 15-second gap to NR, who's in fifth, and then followed by River and Shin. So those top 7 cars all have a 2-second or more gap. So the first gap within DRS range is Shin in 7th, and behind her is Brendan Reed in 8th, who has DRS open right now. Here he goes for the pass. Seth, welcome in. Seth, you need to get your drivers in here. Well, here's Brendan Reed. You see he just made a pass. He's doing well. Seth, I got some bad news. Cody Hagan locked up, and he just ran into the back of Sherman. Broke a chunk of his front wing, had to replace that. That is why he's so low. But Brendan Reed, though, gained a spot. Oh, that's not good. You don't want to do that. You don't want to lose the draft to Reed. You're gonna ruin the pack. Menard says we need Joey Logano AI. Well, don't worry. That's why we got Big Slime. We've got 2026 Logano right here. Look at him go. Here, let's go on board. Don't want to be that guy, but we're not even close to halfway through the race, and he's already been lapped by the top 4. Just to show you guys, look at the gap between the top 4. There's Mercedes and Ferrari up there. Look at that. The Ferrari just exit. When the Ferrari was entering turn 1, the Aston Martin of NR were just exiting the final turn. That's how far back they are. So, totally different class, these guys. Oh man, he didn't get DRS there. That's killer for them. Fastest lap just got set by Paul Menard. Paul Menard, you just set the fastest lap. Congratulations, my friend. Don't know how you did it, but right now you get a point. Where is the Ponder 12? I love Ponder 12. That's coming out Saturday night, baby. McGregor v. Holloway. If McGregor doesn't win that, I'm ending it all, man. I'm gonna go live on the road for like a week to heal. But Backmarker, welcome in Backmarker. Connor Brown was in the stream earlier. He's having a good race. Cannon Gage has been doing okay, but Connor Brown, he's working together with these guys. He's got a little DRS pack going, and that's what they need. Maybe they can catch up to River, who's in 6th. Blanco is in here. How's it going, Blanco? I know you're in 4th right now. which, you know, is still some points, but isn't where you want to be. I do want to tell you, Blanco, you did get the pole, so you got the point for the pole position. Just not, no, Mercedes didn't have a bad strategy call, but they were just kind of, they were behind there. They pit like one lap off of where they should have pitted their cars, and that kind of let Ferrari get into that 1-2 position. But yeah, you can see the gap there. 18 seconds now between 4th and 5th. It is very cool beans. The best thing you can do is stay consistent. Keep showing up to the streams. I mean, Blanco, you know how that worked out for you last season. It worked out for both of you guys as well. You got the constructors and the drivers. So just stay consistent. Keep showing up. And remember, the longer you're in here, the more points you get. Sometimes I scream and shout for a lot less. Oh, man. Anyways, Connor Brown has kind of escaped a little bit, which isn't good. Reed and Hattie need to work together here better. Blanco Ford is not good. If you're not in the top 4, that's a problem. Shin's gonna, oh man, they're just hurting each other here, man. They're not gonna get that run going like they should have. Reed's gonna get the DRS, so he's gonna leapfrog Shin. They've lost Brown though. How many points? Actually, Dylan, let me go check this out. Oh, the points for fastest lap and pole, both of them are 1. Where is it? Standings, yeah. So here's the driver's standings as they run at the moment. If they finish where they are, Rafa and David would be tied. Blanco in 3rd, and Woods in 4th. Constructors, Mercedes would be ahead by Ferrari by 1 point. Fastest laps, oh no, that's fastest pit stop. Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor has the fastest pit stop, if you cared about that. But here's the here's a fun screen. Rafa's up 1, Woods is up 1, David's up 1, Blanco is down 3, and NR is down 1. So back to the race. We're gonna lose is coming out of the pits. Interesting strat by them. There they are. But we go back here. Shin Hattie is around. This is how you leapfrog. She's not going to be close enough to get Connor Brown. No, not close enough. That's going to give Brendan Reed is close enough, though, to get that double DRS run, and they should be back within distance of Brown next time by. Imagine Ward Burton saying Ferrari. Oh man, that's not good. Interesting. I don't know why Reed didn't gain that much there. He should have gained a lot more. But he'll definitely have to run this time by. I would imagine. I don't know where this speed is coming from out of the Aston. They don't have DRS, but they're there. So this pack is back together, which is good. We were saying earlier, you want to be in a pack of cars at Mexico because of that double DRS. The only track to do that. 1 detection zone for 2 DRS zones. I mean, it's hard enough for a normal NASCAR fan to say Ferrari. I don't know if you guys have seen those like Ferrari flags that have like the checkered flag pattern on the edges. I just thought they looked really cool. I just thought of that now. I want one. I wish NASCAR had a bit more style, just in general. But Shin's going to have a run here on Connor Brown. They've caught back up. Reed has lost the pack, though, which is not good. Maybe he can catch Brown on the flip side. He's got to push here big time. But here's Shin with the DRS. Especially if Brown is blocking like that. That's going to help out. But through goes Shin. That's true. Ward Burton would be able to say Red Bull and Racing Bulls. And that's about it. Dylan, you're so real. But that's a chat for another time. This is Formula One land. Good run by Shin. Not enough to catch up to River, though. But Brown is now second. Oh, no. River might be there. I'm sorry, not River. Shin. Pass that baton forward. That's good for the Mercedes guys. If you are a Mercedes person at the moment, you need this DRS baton to be passed forward to NR and then to try to catch up to you guys to get that going. There we go. Shin has DRS here. That's good. Actually, Seth, you're probably right about that. .41 laps to go. Shin's going to have to run here, which is good. Even if you River, because you get that DRS tandem going. Rear wings open. David Dawn is almost within a second of Jacob Woods. This could be huge if he's able to get DRS here this time by. He's within less of a second. David gained like half a second there in Sector 2. I don't know how he did it. But he should be close enough. He's at 8/10. Yes, the back wing is open here. This is on the back stretch though, not the big one. David, I assume you're still driving in your car. Stay focused on the driving. In both cars, because you're both driving. But David's going to have a run here. He's within the DRS zone. And they're going to enter the front straightaway. David is 5/10 behind Jacob Woods. David just set the fastest lap of the race. That DRS opens up. He's immediately to the inside down the front straightaway. They're halfway down, and he's wheel to wheel. He's even with the Ferrari. And they're side by side into one. Woods is trying his best to hold that line. Woods with the inside. Woods is going to pretty much successfully defend there, but David's going to have his DRS wing open again. He'll have another attempt down this short chute. He peeks to the inside. Oh, that was an aggressive send there. Jacob had to respond and defend, but Jacob's able to hold on. But David, now with the fastest lap, gets that extra fastest lap point. F1 is more cringe than NASCAR. That's just not true. That's just not true. David's going to have his rear wing open again. See if he can make another run here, Jacob. Guzman's like, oh my lord, we're trash. Yeah, River, you need Tyler to start showing up. David 7/10 behind Woods now. Oh, Woods, a little bit of lap traffic here. He's behind the Sauber of Gordon Freeman. That's going to... Oh, no. He just slowed up David as well. Don't know if he's close enough to get DRS here. Gordon Freeman just slowed both of them up. But David has his rear wing open, so that's good. David does get DRS. He'll probably catch up to the... He'll get close to Woods, but definitely not close enough to make a move. He's 8/10 behind Jacob Woods now. David in third, Woods in second. David now 5/10 behind, entering the second shorter straightaway. Rear wing open. Don't think he's going to be close enough to make a move. He is not. But he maintains the gap. Now at 4/10 behind. 1 car length behind now. Black flag in. No, unfortunately he is the AI driver. So he would just get replaced by another AI driver. I could imagine some cheesecake right now. Sorry, we had a lot of action. I kind of got behind on the chat. Paul Menard hates David. David, if you're driving, Paul Menard says he hates you. So David, in that dirty air, has fallen out of DRS position from Jacob Woods. He's not going to get DRS coming back onto this main straight. So that's not good. I think you guys have every right to be mad at Gordon Freeman there, who took the preferred line. I mean, he hurt Woods as well, but he hurt the Mercedes and David a bit more. But as they stand, Rafahen is still the leader. Jacob Woods 2 seconds behind David, 2 seconds behind Woods. And Blanco is 6 seconds behind David. And then behind them, NR is 21 seconds behind, almost 22 now. Shin Hattie is 5 seconds behind him. Connor Brown, 2 seconds behind Shin. And River, 1.5 seconds behind Connor Brown. I would argue that F1 is harder than NASCAR. I'm not saying NASCAR is not hard. Both of them are extremely difficult things to do, and they're both totally different. I'm not a fan of the people comparing like the racing and comparing F1 and NASCAR. Yeah, the fans are, listen, if we compare the fans of NASCAR and F1, right? If you compare the fans, you're like, which sport's better just based off of the fans of NASCAR and F1? You're going to come to the realization that the best sport is neither of those. It's actually tennis. So if you go by the fans, you're just going to hate both sports, honestly. But I think they're so different you can't really compare them. I don't think it's a comparable thing. I'm losing to a Williams. River, to be fair, that is a backmarker Williams. Remember, I think backmarker won the Constructors back in Series 1. If you remember all the way back then. Rafa still in front. Tennis League. Honestly, I really want to play tennis. I've got a tennis match on Friday that I'm playing in. So I'm excited for that. But no, I love F1. I love F1 the same way how like people have a favorite color, if that makes sense. Like you can't really say why you have a favorite color. It's just there's one, you know, color like green or something that just appeals to you more than anything else does. And F1's much more appealing to me in that sense. Wait, David, there's such a thing as an IndyCar fan? I have not met a single IndyCar fan in my life outside of this league. Honestly, same for F1. Except for like when I go to sporting events. I just can't get into IndyCar. I know I've already said this on stream, but I'm going to say it again because some people haven't heard it. It's so weird that I can't get into IndyCar because I love F1. And if there's a word in between love and like, that's how I describe NASCAR. But I'll say it. I love both sports. I love F1. I love NASCAR. IndyCar is pretty much the combination of both. So by that logic, I should love IndyCar. Especially for the fact that one of the things that NASCAR does the best that makes me love them is they're local. They're an American series. And that's one of the, not gripes I have with F1, but I mean, I love that F1's worldwide, but I also dislike that it's worldwide because it's less accessible to me. I love how local NASCAR is, and IndyCar has that too, but IndyCar just can't stick with me. I wish IndyCar ran on more ovals is the thing. I will say, and this applies to F1, this applies to NASCAR, this applies to IndyCar, this applies to Formula E. Because honestly, I've watched more Formula E than I have IndyCar. I know that's probably blasphemous to say. But I dislike street courses. And I feel like every time I go to watch IndyCar, they're on a street course. And I'm pretty sure they start on like the St. Pete street course, I believe. And that just turns me off every time I try to watch a season. I'm like, alright, new season, I'll follow. I can't. I dislike street courses. There's enough real circuits out there. Cause I mean, like, the only yellow flag. Oh no! Oh, massive collision. Safety car. We'll return to this in a second. David Dawn is immediately in the pits.
Oh, we've had a crash.
Here, let's take a look. On board with River. He's got the DRS open, looking to make a move. I think that's Connor Brown in front. That was nasty. For anybody who can't see, that was
Just
nasty.
like that, the hopes
River
of the
had his
team
DRS
start
wing
to
open
dwindle.
behind Connor Brown. He wasn't even making a move, but he went into the braking zone. And he just locked up and slid right into the back of him. Both of those cars are out. But this came at a fantastic time. There's the back marker, guys. Not happy. But anyway, this came at a fantastic time for Guzman, and David and Blanca are both able to get a free pit stop. But Rafa and Woods are going to have to slow down and stay out. I think they have a big enough gap. They'll just be regulated to third and fourth, and the Mercedes will jump them in first and second. Yeah, especially because NR is also coming in. And Shin was that second behind. Look, there's River. Oh, man, that was a nasty, nasty crash. River, if you're still here, I'm sorry. Dylan's not happy. I would also not be happy. Connor versus River this Saturday. Connor versus River, they're going to be the prelims. Oh, slow stop there for the Aston Martin Shin. It's not good. That's another crew member who's going to randomly be executed. They're going to draw straws again. So now there's going to be 2 bad straws in there. Can't engage. Oh, time penalty. Listen. Yeah, that was obviously River's fault. I don't think you need to give River a penalty. His penalty is he's DNF from the race. The FIA making sure to cover all the bases. Why is the safety car there? What? Oh no, they had to follow the Delta anyway. It's okay. We'll see if David's able to gap them. He's not as far ahead as I thought he would be, so we'll keep an eye on it. There's Rafa Hen out, and Jacob Woods going out. The Ferraris might be able to stay ahead here. And they do. So that's the Ferraris, both still keeping first and second. David, focus back on the road. I'll tailor my commentary so you don't have to look. Paul might actually get his first point of the season. That would be huge. But either way, this is going to bunch you guys back up, though, which is still good. All right, Rafa N has now caught that beautiful pace car. Beautiful Aston Martin, by the way. In case you didn't know, I'm a big Aston Martin fan. Not this season, though. I don't know what they're doing this season. But David and Blanca are closing in. So is everybody else. Anyway, back to the IndyCar debate. Yeah, IndyCar is just weird. I just can't get into it. The main thing is I dislike street courses, and I feel like IndyCar. I know this stat isn't true, but I feel like IndyCar is like 70% road course or street courses, 20% road courses, and 10% oval. I'd love to see more IndyCar ovals. This is what I want to see. I'd love to see like a 50-50 split of 50% oval and 50% circuit with 0% street course. 1 or 2 street courses are okay just for the spectacle. Like in F1, like having like Monaco and Miami or Monaco and Baku. Because, you know, those are, or Vegas, I guess, as well would count as like street courses are good just to look at because it's cool. Like when NASCAR did Chicago for the first time. That was really cool. Because it was really cool. I mean, I don't mind street courses, but here's the thing. At least from a fan experience, one, the street courses are not designed for racing. Like, a lot of times, like, for a lot of the F1 street courses, because they've been established so long, they've kind of figured out the best layout and stuff. People have kind of gotten around it. But circuits are designed for racing. The racing is a lot more better. You have overtake zones that are designed for it. And I dislike how, not narrow, but almost claustrophobic. The street courses are. You get a lot of pileups in there, which, coming from somebody who grew up on NASCAR, believe it or this is surprising. I'm not a fan of pileups. I can rock with a street course in NR 2003. I've ran Monaco F1 races on NR 2003 as a driver. It's pretty fun actually. IndyCar is 30% street, 45% road, and 35% oval. Odd 17's not bad. That's another big thing. I know this is also going to be really hotly debated. I think F1's schedule is too long. F1 needs to, one, condense their schedule. Like, there's no reason that the season needs... When's the season start? March? No, February, late February. F1 doesn't need a run from February to September. There's so many off weeks in between, and I understand it's for travel and stuff, but condense it down and take away a few races. NASCAR, I think, is fine where it is. NASCAR can get away with having more because it's a local series. I'd assume the safety car should be in this time by. I wouldn't mind NASCAR shortening their schedule by like 1 or 2 weeks and just getting rid of the Clash or the All-Star race. Even though the All-Star race was at Dover. The All-Star race does not have appeal anymore to all of these teams, right? The big cash prize for the All-Star race really doesn't matter at this point. They're already so well funded, right? It's not like a big thing. And the Clash is supposed to be like little appetizers. Like I've always said the Clash needs to be back at Daytona, and it needs to be like only the previous winners and former champions. And it needs to be just like a short shootout. It's supposed to be an appetizer, is what the Clash is supposed to be. It's supposed to get you ready. Be like, oh, here's a taste. You know, get ready for the main event later on. It's not supposed to be like 2 weeks before, you know, across the country or something. Yeah, I agree with that, Dylan. I also agree with that, David. I also agree with that, Blanco. And Paul. Yeah, I also agree the Clash should go back to Daytona. I'd like to see the Clash back to Daytona. The Clash even be shortened to like 20, 25 laps. What I'd love to see is it'd be awesome if they could combine the idea of the Clash and the All-Star race. Make the All-Star race, give like the big financial bonus, get rid of that. I'd love to get rid of that, give that to the Clash. So now the Clash has meaning. So it's still an appetizer, you still get to see some good, like a quick shootout for like, I don't know, $1 million, which really isn't a lot these days to NASCAR teams. Get rid of the All-Star race, and maybe we finish a week earlier. Yeah, I also want July 4th back at Daytona. The one thing I don't mind, though, is I don't know what Gordon Freeman's doing there. Or no, I think the Big Slime. Anyways. What was the one thing I don't mind? Yeah, I don't mind NASCAR having a street course. I love the idea of a rotating street course. Because there's a lot of areas in the country where NASCAR just does not have the infrastructure to go to. Like, I'll be honest, I did not like the whole idea of a military-based speedway. Just for personal reasons, but like, I was happy we had a race in Southern California. Because for whatever reason, they got rid of Auto Club. Giving ourselves a rotating street course gives fans on the West Coast and other areas opportunities to see races. Like, I love the idea of like rotating between, let's not go back to the military base, please, but like LA, San Francisco, something in SoCal, maybe Bakersfield, you know, a lot of drivers from there. Kevin Harvick, Jeff Gordon. No, Jeff Gordon from San Fran. Jimmy Johnson from Bakersfield, that's right. One of the 200 guys. but something like that. Then they can go to, you know, Chicago again. I didn't mind that track. It was okay. But I like the idea of like one rotating street course, and it keeps it special. Or special. Yes, Seth, it is. I'll be honest, I dislike the military. That's why I did not like the... I don't know how the racing was. I personally just skipped the whole thing. I didn't watch any of it. I didn't really pay attention. I saw the Kevin Magnussen stuff, though. I love Kevin Magnussen. Noah Gragson has never been somebody who I liked. Well, not liked. I've never met the guy, but you know what I mean. Anyways, we'll have more time to talk about this later on. The safety car is ending. Here comes Rafa. Once that safety car pulls in, it is up to him to choose when to go. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. He's not going yet. Not going yet. And there he goes. We're back racing again. Rafa really held him at the line for a while. There's so far, everybody's in line. Oh, here's Woods looking all the way to the inside on Rafa. Not close to make a move. But that leaves the door open for David to sweep in and around on the outside. David takes advantage. He's up to second. Woods drops back to third. Blanco holds on to fourth. NR in fifth. Shin in sixth. Cage in seventh. Reed in eighth. The Baby in ninth. And Paul Menard is in 10th. Back up front, Rafa has opened up half a second of a lead on David, but David's right there. Woods, however, really struggled on that restart after going for the lead, getting checked up. He's got a 9/10 gap back to Woods. Everybody within DRS range though, but they need to do it for another lap. Rafa is now 1 second in front of David, which isn't good. David needs to pick up the pace. But remember, oh, they're both on hard tires. Except for Blanco. Blanco's on the medium. Even if Rafa gets away, which he has, he's a second and a half in front. DRS now enabled. So the first DRS zone is going to be on that final straight before the stadium section, where Daniel Suarez famously made a move and won the race in Xfinity. David is still driving. Yeah, okay, he's home. Good, good. Well, my reasons for not being the biggest fan of the military are technically political, but it's not like how you guys normally know me as. Not like that. But David Dawn is up there, followed by Woods. As long as Woods and Blanco and NR, yeah, keep me in there. As long as they stay within DRS distance, they can do the leapfrog, and Rafa's not far enough away where David can still get him maybe on the second straight. Or not David, I'm sorry. It'd be Woods would be first up. Because Blanco's struggling today. He got the pole, but his race pace has just been a little bit off from everybody else's. Woods had that DRS open. All right, cool. So Woods is going to get it here, which is good. That's what they need. And even then, David's closed in 2/10, 1/10. Even then, Blanco's not out of it yet because NR's got it as well. NR's going to get it. Keep our eye on Woods, though. He's for the lead. No, Dylan, that is not the reason. Alright, so Woods got around cleanly. NR might not be so clean. Blanco is blocking like crazy. But now, Woods is going to have the DRS here again. Hopefully David can get the slipstream off of that. That'll pull both of them closer. Yes, it does. Woods is within half a second of Rafa now. He needs to hold that gap till the next DRS zone. Don't let Rafa get too far. And same for David. Stay within DRS range of Woods. NR has got around Blanco now. Maybe if Blanco didn't block him, they could be up there as well. And Blanco, yeah, I'm trying, dog. I am not a British loyalist. Here's Woods with the DRS right behind Rafa. And Blanco has gotten around NR. David has fallen out of range, but Woods is going to have DRS here, and he's going to slow up both of these guys. Plus Blanco is within range. And Woods has just set the fastest lap of the race. Here goes Woods with the DRS. Rafa's not even going to fight him, he's going to let him by. Blanco's trying to get around David. Side by side for the lead. Woods on the left, Rafa on the right. Woods is through after Rafa battled him. Blanco got around as well. Yeah, Blanco not a fan of Mexico. The track, I mean. They might do that. Anyway, look at that. Blanco's right there. He's within the lead now. David just needs to somehow get DRS in that final turn. Get in that detection zone and he'll be okay. It looks like Woods and Blanco are both going to be within range of Rafa here. Dylan says no more battling. I think they're going to battle in a second. No team orders in this league. I love Mexico as a place to visit. Alright, here comes Woods and Blanco, both with the DRS advantage. 47 for Agent 47. Rafa's blocking down to the inside. Woods is still looking to make the pass. And he does. That's Woods up. Now Blanco should have DRS here. Can he get around Rafa per chance? Not quite. That's okay. Probably smart. You want to make sure Rafa's in DRS range of Woods as well, or else Woods are going to pull away. We had 14 viewers at one point, which I thought was really good for F1. It's only for like 10 minutes, but still, I'm happy to have it. Back in front now. Jacob Woods is still in front. Rafa has fallen off big time. Uh-oh. Could this be Jacob Woods' first ever win in NROW? Open wheel, I mean. Obviously, he's one of only 4 winners in Season 15. But in Series 3, this could be his first ever win, I believe. Unless he won in Series 1, but that was a year ago now, believe it or not. Wow, we're getting old. But here comes Blanco with the DRS. He might be able to catch up. And David now has DRS that he so desperately needed the past 2 laps. Blanco gets in front, and he's clear, so that's good for him. He can take the next straight and focus just on catching Jacob Woods. But is he going to be fast enough? David Dawn has also gotten around NR, which is good. He is within a second, but can he get through Sector 2 and stay within that range? OW03. 6 a few of them were bots. A few of them were not bots. I'm not botting the stream. I gotta inflate my F1 numbers. Certainly not. Oh, but Blanco was there. Let's go on board. Well, not yet. But when we go in the front, on the straight, he's gonna have DRS. Keep an eye behind as well. No, but Rafa hadn't lost the he lost the draft. This is Blanco's chance. Woods has got to slow him up as much as possible. Conor McGregor's going off. This battle's too important. Blanco just set the fastest lap of the race. Woods is not going to defend interesting moves. He's going to hold the racing line. I don't recommend that. He's going to try to hang it around the outside. Nah, he can't do it. That's Blanco with a DRS, the double DRS. Blanco's going to be in front. But Woods, maybe smart there, stayed in the slipstream. That's eliminated Rafa from gaining them. And David might be close enough. He's just barely outside DRS range at 3/10. Oh no, he's in it now. Woods might almost be out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Woods is out as well. This is looking good for Blanco. Thank you, Dylan, for botting the stream. I appreciate that. Oh, that's good for Blanco. Nobody in this kind of top pack here is close enough for DRS. At least for one lap, Blanco's going to be safe from attack. Actually, there's no DRS until Cannon Gage all the way back in 7th and 8th. As he looks to overtake the baby for 7th. Pick it up, David, your turn. Gonna be tough. Oh, this may have fallen just perfect for Blanco, but remember, Blanco's on the medium tire. Is that hard tire? I think the hard tire, if they conserve it well enough, is going to be able to make it to the end. The medium, I'm not so sure about. So Blanco and NR are the two in the top 5 who are on the mediums. Both Ferraris, or both Dylans, and David are on the hard tire. So if they manage it well, they can go to the end. Sonic Midnight F1 is better than this. Listen, Seth, I love you, but there was like a 13-second gap of victory. Now, actually, Seth, it's funny you say that because in both the Sonic F1 series and this F1 and our opening, no, VSC Woods is off. He's backed it into the wall. Jacob Woods is in the wall. He's not moving. Virtual safety car is out.
Ferrari's involved in this one. So let's follow the action going into turn 12. And ends up in the wall. And that won't do their confidence any good.
Bottom of the car just came out from under him. He was pushing.
It's not going the way the team had hoped today. That is for sure.
That is awful for Woods, and that's awful for Dylan.
Here we are then looking at turn 12.
Get another look at it here. Maybe when he's getting
that's
off
a
of the
pretty
curb.
Big impact there. Well, following a crash like that, it'll be important now to ensure that any debris is cleared from the scene.
But he stayed on the safe part of the circuit.
The team glued to the monitors and watching their hopes crumble away.
Live Dylan reaction. That's going to bring the VSC out. Maybe if you're on the medium, you pop onto the hards. Dylan, Blanco. I think Blanco has enough of a gap. He wants to keep that. But maybe at R, you should go on through the hard compound right now. Be a good time to. Oh, that's not good. Rafa's going to be the sole Ferrari out there. Oh yeah, Seth, I can't wait for the next Sonic F1 race. I enjoy that. I enjoy that more than you know. But we have 30 laps remaining here. As this is our second safety car incident. The first one, Brown in a river, had that crash where they both got taken out. And now Woods tragically was pushing to try to catch the car. Had to get to DRS area. Not DRS area, DRS range. I mean, he just hit the red and white part of the curbing. He didn't hit, what's it called, the turtle? The big orange thing that bounces you up. He was on the safe part. And just when he transitioned over, just went straight up from under him. He was a bit too eager to get onto the throttle there. Guzman saying God is a Guzman fan. Well, Dylan, I hope you had racing insurance on that. That's not going to be, that's not the worst crash. Don't know how long this VSC is going to be out. I am surprised nobody's come down pit lane to pit. I am also remembering how long these races took now. As there's only a third of it left. We're still going. The race goes on. Oh, goodness. Alright, what do y'all want to talk about now? If we're going to be under VSC for a little while longer. Yeah, that's going to hurt Ferrari big time at the constructor so far. Mercedes been perfect so far. No DNFs. A win. Ferrari was looking good too. Alright, VSC is ending. I'm surprised nobody took advantage and stopped there. I thought maybe some of the cars on mediums would stop. Alright, VSC is off. Here we go. Green flag. As they run, Blanco's in front. Rafa, 4 seconds behind Blanco. David is in a third. He's 2 seconds behind Rafa. NR is behind David with a gap of 3 seconds. Paul Menard is in the top 5. He's 2 seconds behind NR. So Paul Menard, if you're still here, you have a chance at a top 5. Kenny Gage in 6th. Brendan Reed, good work, Seth. He's in 7th. The baby in 8th. And remember, brand new for Series 3. The top 10 get points, so Shin in 9th. And Sammy Duff, Turtle could get a point, as Duff is in 10th. Guzman's relying on David to get that Mercedes 1-2. If you contribute $4,000, Seth, I don't have $4,000 to give. But as they run, the big question is, Blanco is in front, but he's on the medium. Rafa, however, is on the hard compound. This safety car definitely helped Blanco. Blanco's got 2 jobs here. Blanco has to, 1, save that tire to make sure the medium can make it all the way to the end of the race. We have 18 laps to go, I believe. But he also needs to get enough pace out of it to stay in front of Rafa, who's 3 seconds behind. Now, Rafa's on the hard compound, so he'll be fine, I'd imagine. Same thing for David in 3rd as well. NR is also on the medium, so that's not good for me. Menard's on the hard. Gage on the medium. Shin on the medium. Brendan on the hard. The baby on the medium. Sammy Duff on the hard. And Brownie on the hard as well. So, if one of these guys pit, Turtle could have a double points day, which is, I don't think I would have ever believed that if you said so. Here's Conor McGregor coming down pit lane. He's focused on his fight in a few days. I'm having a big watch party for that as well. So anybody who wants to watch the Conor McGregor fight, Saturday night around 11, be there. I'm also thinking about doing a watch party for, there's 2 different World Cup matches that day. There is, first of all, Norway versus England, which I think, even for the rest of the World Cup, is probably, in my opinion, my most interesting match. So I want to do a little watch party for that. And then Argentina plays somebody. I don't even know who. We might watch that one for a bit as well, just to see Messi. And then after that, we're certainly watching the McGregor fight, and maybe a few of the fights before. If you don't have proper 12, make sure to get some proper 12 before that happens as well. Can't wait for that. That's gonna be big. That's gonna be huge. Nathan wants us to go faster. Show the tire percents. My bad, cousin. There it is. So I'll leave this up for a little bit so you guys can take a look and watch. Red car. Why is Connor so slow? Turtle needs to make... Turtle? Oh, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so that's Saturday. So be ready. I believe the England and Norway match begins at 5 p.m., I want to say. So I've got a lot of things to do Saturday in the daytime. Spend a good time with the family and stuff. So whenever I get back from that is when I would start. So just be ready for that on Saturday. Check the Discord around. You just shoot me a DM and be like, hey, NR, when's the watch party? And then when the watch party starts, I'll let you know. But as of now, Blanco 49%, Rafa 70, David 66. Oh, NR is at 50, at 49. I don't think the hard's gonna make it all the way around. I think you'll have to baby the softs even. Oh, Dylan, you have work on Saturday. What time do you get off, though? Or when you get back? As long as you're back for the McGregor fight, that's the only thing that matters. We do have a bit of lap traffic incoming. Roundy he was on the hard, but maybe he stayed out earlier. Yeah, he definitely had to stay out. I can't imagine how two different turtle cars. Yeah, look at that. His hard tire's at 50%. Anyway, Blanco's expanded that gap. I think the plan for Blanco at this point would be to push and then put another set of mediums on. It's probably their best bet. Ah, that's fine, Dylan. As long as you're there for the McGregor fight, that's the big thing I want. Or that's the main event of the day. Oh, let me also take this time. I really love that a lot of people are sticking around for this. I definitely started this race a bit too late. But tomorrow we're going to have our next NR race. So 15 laps to go officially. We're having NR tomorrow. And the track of the day, because I skipped last week. Last week was a struggle. I set aside to do like a lot of work, and I did not get a lot of work done, so I really just wasted a whole week, so that sucked. I didn't even do anything I enjoyed either. Just kind of got stuck. Research papers suck, man. It's so hard to find historical sources and stuff, but anyway. We're going to New Hampshire, which is going to be a great race. New Hampshire is always a great track for us, especially on NR 2003. So New Hampshire's next. That's going to be a good one. But then after that, I don't know what it is going to be officially, but we're going to have our first NR game competition night on Thursday night, which is tomorrow. Now, if you didn't read the channel post from like 2 weeks ago, or you forgot, we have our normal game night still, which is where after a race day, you will get on, and then we game, just normal stuff, and it's fine. Like, oh, you get points for showing up. The NR game competition, you still get points for showing up, but it's where we play a game competitively, and then whoever wins gets a bunch of points. I've not decided what the game is going to be yet. No, we're not playing Garlic Phone competitively. Some of the games I'm thinking about... Oh, hang on. Here comes NR. Oh, he's already pit. No, here it goes. Alright, this is going to be good. Oh, Aston Martin double stack. But this is going to be good for the team to see, because Aston Martin's going double soft tire here. Oh, slow stop for Shin. But that's good for Aston, though. And that's good for the other teams. We'll see how they perform on the soft tire. Is it worth it? We saw on the first stint earlier, where almost everybody's on the soft tire, that the soft tire here can last about 15, like to 17 laps, and we've got less than 15 to go. So that's going to be good. NR game night's tomorrow. Or by not game night, it's NR competition game night. So I'll pick a game. I haven't decided what game. And we play it competitively. And you still get points for showing up, but you get a lot of points for winning. And you can choose to put those points into NASCAR or... actually, no, I don't know about that yet. Because if you could... I'll think about that one. But you'll get a lot of points. You get like double, which is a big deal. So it'll be a game like Gary's Mod, definitely not Fortnite. I will let you guys know a few hours before, so you'll have time to download it. You guys might hate this. Maybe Overwatch, Gary's Mod, I think I said. Oh, I heard a crash, I thought, or like something breaking. Anyway, something like that. A Dark Horse game that I really want to play competitively, just because I think it'd be funny, but it's probably not good for the first competitive game night. It's this game called Brain Rot Kart. I think it's really fun. I really enjoy playing Brain Rock Kart. It's $2 on the Epic Games Store if you want to check it out. So that's a good one. But other games like Team Fortress 2 is another one. F125. F125 could absolutely be one. Maybe even NR 2003 again, if we get that back going. That could be awesome. Alright, I got you, David. I'll let you know. I'll decide tomorrow morning. No, Dylan. Don't make that joke. I actually enjoy Overwatch. It's a good game. What other games? There's probably a bunch of other games it could also be. Yeah, we could do it on there. David. Sorry, Guzman. Yeah, we got 11 laps to go. He's focused on the tires. But I wanted to give you all a pre-warning before tomorrow, so you're not like, oh man, NR, I wish you told me. Fastest lap there by Shin Hattie on the soft tires, so that soft tire is moving. Oh wow, but they're burning through it fast. Blanco's down to 33. What he wants to do is he wants to pit. Honestly, I pit now. Pit now. Don't give Rafa the DRS if you're Mercedes. Pit now, so Rafa doesn't get the DRS, especially the double DRS down the straight. You don't want that. You gotta stop now, Blanco, but he's not. He's gonna stay out. That's a mistake. Unless maybe their plan is to try to hold up Rafa a little bit. Because these cars are moving. Look at that. Here he goes around. Sammy Duff? How is Sammy Duff in 6th place? Anyway, there he goes around. It's me. There's the tires. Down to 75. So he's already gone through a quarter of the tire in like a lap. Rafa's in DRS range though. I did not know that Jay Walker was a dad. Best thing Blanco could do now is hold up Rafa here. Honestly, best thing, it would honestly be better if Rafa gets around him here. Because then Rafa definitely won't get DRS there. That's maybe what they're doing. So that's good for them. But Blanco, you got to pit this time by. You got to pit this time by. You're not going to make it to the end. There's 10 to go. You're not making it to the end. Here he comes. Good move. I still think he should have pitted early. He might be able to get back to the podium, I think, would be their best case scenario. Dawn, do something. David, do something, man. Here's the tires for them. That's definitely going to make it to the end, I'd say. We'll see where Blanca comes out at. Ahead of NR. Rats. It's not good for me. So I can get to maybe... Guys, don't be alarmed, but Paul Menard is on the podium right now. Paul Menard is in 3rd. I just want to put that out there for everybody. Go get him, NR. Jay Walker's in here. Hi, Jay Walker. It's up to you. Good move there by NR. Anyway, as we go around here, NR is moving on the soft tire. The highest he could get is maybe third. But Blanco is there. So I think Hen and Dawn, for the most part, unless something happens, are going to be locked in 1-2. Guzman, you might get a double podium. That's not a bad race. It's not rigged. Yep, using the soft tires, he's easily going to get around Menard here. Oh, or not. Menard's going to hold him up. Menard's trying his best to defend. Especially Blanco, remember, you guys won the first race. And plus, Woods has crashed out. And remember, this is my own custom point system. It's not actual F1. So first place gets 13 points, not 25. This is F1. It's not Euro slop, but Blanco got around Paul. That's going to open the door for NR. Who'll get him, NR? Not close enough for DRS, so that sucks. Take a look at the tires. The hards are really starting to wear down. So is the soft, though. The advantage of the soft tire maybe going away. Menard might be able to hold on to fourth place here. But this looks like an easy win. Not an easy win. Certainly a difficult win. But looks to be in the bag now. He's got 2% higher than David, which really is not that big of a difference. But the 6-second gap is Blanco, I think, is going to be too far back. I think Blanco, by the time he gets close to David Dawn, his advantage will have been spent. Menard, however, might be able to hang on. NR's tires are really gone now. He's at 58%, 57. NR doesn't want to pass him here. He wants to pass him on the front stretch. How does F1 playoff work? There are no F1 playoffs. Alright, this is where NR needs to make his move. Will Jeff Gordon be added as a 13th driver? No. Alright, here we go. Perfectly set up this pass. Good work. That's got to be a fantastic driver in there. Really good driving. So that's NR through to fourth. Unfortunately, I will not have a podium again. Sad. My goal last season and my goal this season again is to have one podium. F1 playoffs 10-8-6-4. No. We are not. Paul Menard doesn't want me to make a move. Paul, it's still incredible you got a top 5. 7 seconds back. Take it easy. You're good. Oh, Blanco might catch David here. Oh, wait, no, that's 11. I thought that was leader. No, that's 18 seconds. No, he probably won't. So this is probably how we're going to end up at the end of the race. We can watch a fun battle for 6th place here between Hattie and Brandon Reed. My main goal is to blow up and then act like I don't know nobody. There's Shin getting around on the soft tire. Not the best place to make the move there, Shin, because now Brennan Freed's going to have the run on the back. With that DRS wing open. Don't know if Blanco's going to get there this time. Running about 1.5 seconds faster per lap, which isn't bad. Jay, it was not till too soon. Jay, you had over a year of NASCAR iRacing. Season 15 champ. Well, if you win season 15 this year, you will be season 15 champ. Team orders, he does not pass. See if Blanco can get there. I don't think Blanco has enough time. That's my thoughts, anyway. Season 14 champ. Yes, Seth, it was a year. Seth, you had your season took over 1 calendar year. It started like at the end of April of 25. And it ended around May. What do you mean check lap? Oh my. I remember, Jay, you were racing for my team. No, Seth, it took over a calendar year, my friend. How are you back already? That was not 10 seconds. There, you can come back when it's the next lap. Anyways, 3 laps to go. Blanco might get there. There's David. And there is Blanco. Blanco, it's James. David, Blanco is faster than you. Can you confirm you received this message? It's in his Fernando era. Leave him be. Paul Menard should have won. Paul Menard is lucky he got a top 5 because 3 cars in front of him DNF'd. F1 races are about half or double the length of a normal NR race. A normal NR race I aim to take about 1 hour. A typical F1 race takes about 2. And you'll notice that there's 16 NR races and there's 8 F1 races. So at the end of both seasons, we'll have the same amount of time spent in each game, which I thought was cool. Because, you know, 16 times 1 is 16 and 8 times 2. Because 2 hours for each race is 16 as well. Just thought that was cool. It's Pibberty. No, Jay Walker, if you win an F1 championship, yes. Honestly. All right, here he is. See if Blanco can get by. Right on board with David Dawn. What David needs to do here is he needs to let Blanco by. Right here. Let Blanco get past you. Okay, he doesn't do that. He's lost. No, Jay, you are not in this. Jay, you want to show up tomorrow night. Alright, David just needs to block Blanco as much as he can. Oh, you have to always leave a space. Now Blanco's tire advantage should slowly be fading at this point. Oh yeah, but look at the grip. Yeah. So Blanco's gamble, well not really gamble, but his kind of strategy here, it's going to get him in a second. I don't think David's going to be close enough, I'd imagine. Even NR is at 41%. Oh, Paul. Oh no, Shin got around you, Paul. You gotta stay in there, man. Angel fired Blanco. He didn't listen to James. Yeah, Blanco's going to have second. But Rafa's going to come around. One more lap to go for the hen. And Rafa's going to get his first win of Series 3. I believe Rafa got his first win of Series 2 here in Mexico as well. I think we've had the same winners Series 2 and 3. Because we had David win the first race at Coda in Series 2. And then Rafa won the second race in Series 2 here in Mexico in Series 2. Now in Series 3, we had David win Coda round 1. And Rafa's going to win Mexico round 2. So, pretty cool. Now, you might be thinking though, alright, so whoever win race 3 is going to be the same, right? Remember, Blanco won race 3 at Canada in that photo finish. But there was a schedule change. Las Vegas and Canada have swapped. So we're going to Vegas next. So that streak will end no matter who it is. But entering this full stadium, full of fans, you hear them there. Rafa Hen and Dylan in Ferrari are going to get their first win of Series 3. Out of that last turn. There they go. They've done it. Rafa is the winner. Coming home in second.
And Ferrari picks up the win.
Just the perfect end to what has been a thrilling race.
This is for all the kids out there who dream the impossible. You can do it too, mate. Blanco and David round out the top 3, giving Guzman a double podium. NR finishes a valiant 4th. Good race, my friend. Shin Hattie's going to finish here with the fastest lap, so that's an extra point there for Shin in 5th. Good result for her. Still a good result for Paul. I know he was at podium at one point, but good result for him. He's going to come home 6th. Good points. 7th is Brendan Reed. Good point for him. It's incredible. Turtle is going to have a double points day here, but here's Sammy Duff getting 3 points. The baby getting 2 points for 9th. And Roundy getting the last point there in 10th. Sherman, Gage, McGregor, Hagen, Freeman, we're going to lose, and Big Slime all miss out. Once Conor McGregor crosses the line, he'll start preparing for his big fight on Saturday. Hopefully that goes well. We'll all be there. Oh, a lot of people booing in chat at the moment. But this is Ferrari's home race. And it's also technically Rafa's home race, too. Closest to Brazil we go this season.
Sometimes I think you just have to accept that it's not going to be your race.
Those are all my people working on
Having
the
to retire
telemetry
early
and
will
the
no doubt
and
be
this
a
broadcast.
bitter disappointment. But today is done, and it's all
Beautiful
about looking
game.
forward.
Beautiful area.
Well,
Beautiful
Kareem,
track.
how do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
They'll be disappointed. Neither driver really shone here, it has to be said, and there's quite a bit of work to be done, but they'll be well aware of that.
And that's it from us all here in Mexico City.
The next round of the season will see Formula One return to the States as the glitz and the glamour of Las Vegas awaits.
Ooh, Las Vegas next. That'll be fun. But Rafa Hen finishes first. There's your standing order. Let's go boom. Your driver's points. David, Dawn. Oh, we have a 3-way tie. David, Rafa, and Blanco are all tied here. That's cool. Jacob Woods getting no points there. That's going to drop him down to 6th. NR has moved up to 4th. Shin has moved up to 5th. Brendan Reed in 7th. Menard in 8th. River in 9th. And Sammy in 10th. Look at the constructors now. That Jacob Woods crash definitely hurt them. Mercedes in 1st. Followed by Ferrari, Aston Martin. Then there's Tyler's Red Bull. Seth Heyman, McLaren. Turtles Alpine. Got 4 points. That's all of their points. and they're going to leapfrog the Williams of Backmarker and the Haas of Newest. And then the 2 AI teams down here. If you're interested in the fastest pit stop, that's owned by Conor McGregor. So hopefully he moves that faster in the fight. And that's going to do it here for us. So I'll see you, remember, tomorrow. Tomorrow is the big league night for the week. We have an NR race, and we also have the game competition.